All right, welcome back, everybody. We are now joined by the number 1 seed, the Virginia Cavaliers. Coach, we'll start with a statement from you, and then we'll open it up to the panel for questions for both you and your players. But, Coach, we'll turn it over to you for an opening statement.
We're obviously very, very happy to be here. I caught a little bit of the tail end of the last question here about previous championships and what that experience means. And for this team that's coming in here, these guys have never been to a Final Four, so in my opinion, from that standpoint, most of the teams here are on equal footing in that regard. So I think we're just looking forward to the opportunity and ready to get started.
Thank you, Coach. Now we'll open up for questions. Steve.
Steve Goff, The Washington Post. Robin, what do you make of Wake Forest? You obviously played them recently. What challenges they present, and how you think you'll go about facing them tomorrow?
I must say that I learned throughout these 4 years that Wake always has a good team. I think we played them every year since 2016, I would assume so, and they've always brought a really good team. Obviously, it was good that we beat them in the ACC semifinal, and I hope we can do it again. And this year is probably the first year where I can say with confidence that I think they should fear us, because we are a pretty good team this year. But I think you guys can all expect a pretty good game.
Additional questions for the Cavaliers? Yep.
Yeah, Kip Coons for the Daily Progress and Press Box View. George, first, welcome back to Cary. You've had your program historically has had a lot of success here. Does that help at all in preparation or mindset, and especially playing a very familiar opponent?
Like I said, for these guys, we were just here 3.5, 4 weeks ago, so that familiarity helps. We didn't really even do a walkthrough on the field today, because we just played a game here 3.5 weeks ago. So I think that certainly helps. The hotel we're in, I think, is the one. I'm pretty sure is the one we were in 4 years ago or 5 years ago. So just the lay of the land helps for sure. How much of an advantage that is it a massive advantage? No, but it's, every little bit helps.
Henry, Virginia obviously has a great history of winning championships and getting to college cups. How do you take that responsibility with this team now here?
Right. The expectations are always high for us. Committing to the University of Virginia, you know that coming in. You know that we have 7 national championships and many more ACC titles. So that's something you sign up for from the get-go. So every year we come in with the expectation that we'll be at events like this and ACC finals, and that's just something you have to live up to.
Along those lines, where do you think this team stands as opposed to the past couple years?
Right. I think during my time here, this is the best team we've had, the most cohesive team we've had. We really play together as a unit. I think that's shown defensively and offensively. But in my 3 years, I think this is the best group we've had so far, yeah.
Joe, when you missed the ACC finals here, did you have any advice or say anything to your teammates about, hey, I'd like to go back, in 4 weeks, so, keep it going for me while I'm gone?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously I wasn't here physically, but I was watching I was in Lithuania at the time. But yeah, I mean, that was a goal that we had as a team, and it's been the goal for the past couple of weeks now. Was we wanted to come back to Cary. For me, it was my first time, but for the team that's returning, I know George just mentioned it before. It's a familiar place now, so I think that's a strength and a benefit to us. But yeah, I mean, obviously it was a bit bittersweet getting called up for the national team at that time, because it was during the tournament. But I think it gives you an insight into the depth of this team and how well they did, and I'm just proud to be a part of that.
Additional questions? George, I just want to mention, to talk about the success of this program. A lot of it has come at this stadium, national championships already. Is there anything particular about Cary, or is that just much coincidence that the years you've won, it's happened to be in this facility? Do you look at this year particularly, we're back in Cary, it's time for this program to win again?
It's got to be something. To be honest with you, I can't put my finger on it either, other than the proximity. I think the proximity just helps when you don't have to fly across the country. I just think that it's really been the proximity, and families and fans traditionally also in proximity helps. Because each group that's been here, really there hasn't been a ton of overlap. This place has been good to us for sure.
For any of the players, is that something you hear from the alumni? Hey, it's going back to Cary. Virginia wins in Cary. Is that something that the alumni reaches out, or anything that you hear from the alumni?
Yeah, I can talk. Kyler Sullivan, right?
Yeah.
He texted me a couple of days before we traveled here. I don't know what team he was a part of. Was it 2014? 14. He texted me because I think he already talked to us, and a couple of the alumni talked to us after the alumni game, alumni weekend game we had at home, where we lost unfortunately to Pittsburgh. But they just told us how much they support us right now, and it's just nice knowing that there are so people like supporting us who've already done it. Now we want to be part of Virginia's history as well.
Anything else?
Yeah, George, I saw a story online yesterday that Bruce Arena is going to be here at the tournament. Is that your understanding?
Well, he was at our practice yesterday, so I assume he's going to be at the game today. I think there'll be a lot of MLS people. They have the showcase going on here during the Final Four, so I think you'll see. I think each team will have probably a representative. Whether Bruce will be here for this game, I'm not exactly sure, but I see a lot of them and talk to him a lot. Yeah.
Has he said anything that you take to heart about preparing for something like this?
No, I mean, not at this point. I've been here a number of times where I've had some conversations, maybe younger in my career or a little earlier in my career. I think at this point, I don't have those kind of conversations with him.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Good luck tomorrow night.
Nice.
We'll be joined by Stanford next.